move with the relaxation through the fascia as you relax and wave. If you relax your mass out with an awareness of energy, the movement of mass and the energy amplifies the jinn in the issue. So when a person feeds you and you stretch down, and you relax down, and you let the mass wave with elasticity to produce the jinn, you get a long issuing force. If you're tuned more into just the balance, you don't need to move the mass. You can just move the mind and move the energy without the mass to move your partner through being aware of the frequency of their balance, or you can use environmental energy to do that same task. So whenever you're doing an issue, be very aware. Are you mechanically shoving the person? Are you stretching the fascia? Are you stretching the fascia in resonance with life force? Are you pumping the mass down into the fascia and then getting the mass to move out? Or are you just using mind moving the energy to move the person? And each one feels a bit different. So if he gives me a line and I put that line onto the ground and then I pump, moving my mass and relaxation through the fascial web to affect him. Now if I just move the mind with no mass, then only mass that I'll be using is to equalize his bridge. Whatever pressure he puts on me, if I move my mass away from him while projecting jinn into him, then you can ensure that you're just using the mind to move the energy. And then there's a certain limitation to that in that you've only got so much energy to use. So if, let's say, you're in an environment like this, where I gather the energy from the environment and feel the trees and pull them in, and then give a pattern to the direction of the energy, I've got to have resonance with that source and then create sung, pull that in, and then give it direction and pattern to fuel a pattern within my partner. And that's why you'll find that once you get used to an environment, even if it's in a concrete apartment, you find a type of Akashic reservoir, astral reservoir, that you tap into when you sit or train in that one place all the time. So if, let's say, you came to this park all the time and you did tree qigong with all these trees and you developed a relationship with them, as you relax that energy into the space you're training in, that would be your fuel. And after developing the relationship, you'd use that fuel when you issue. But when you're outside that environment and you've forgotten you're really doing that all the time, oh, why isn't it working today? You know, because you generated a pattern of using an environmental energy. So every time you affect your partner, have a think, oh, what am I doing to generate that? And every now and then it's behavioral conditioning. It's not energy. It's just they have expectation and they unconsciously meet the expectation by behaving in a certain way. So if you don't extend your awareness out and they're affected, say, oh, reset. And then shake your body off, shake their body off, and then start again, because it's behavioral conditioning. Now, there's very little difference in feeling between me doing this, pumping jinn in my body, but my mind is stuck inside me. Now my mind goes out. And to him, it feels exactly the same on the physical. It's just the mind and energy is extending or not extending. So when I was pumping many times more energy than I needed, but my mind was withdrawn. So the effect on him is minimal. It's just on the surface of the contact point versus extending the yi out. So the being very sensitive to your mental space, being very sensitive, are you using waves of mass? Waves of mass are what you use for most of the jinns and Tai Chi. You synchronize the feeling of life force with the fascia, you wave the mass and energy together, and you transform it, and you bounce the person across the room. And then when you start working with just mind and controlling localized energy, when you're in environments like this, that's when it gets fun. Because all the spiritual rules, the connection to everything being consciousness, consciousness of nature, nature spirits, all the evocational skills, they start awakening in the background as a side effect of using the energy of nature. And that's when the game changes to the next level. And so how you train in your Tai Chi and your Qigong sets up your platform for how your spirit senses switch on. Using the energy from the trees switches on a different layer of the spirit senses, and brings you into a different state of spiritual understanding, which is a much higher value than the normal Tai Chi Qigong process. So breaking down intellectually, oh, how am I doing this? And then do it. And then every now and then you get a result and you don't, oh, how did I do that? I got a different type of result. Look back a moment in time to what was synchronized, aligned for that to happen. It may be that just over there's a bit of a vortex and you're standing on that little mound over there and the energy was feeding and fueling you and things were happening because of the vortex of the environment you're in. And a few meters to the side it wouldn't work. So to be able to go back in time and look at the synchronicity of the bodies, where energy is coming from and so forth, it makes it a lot more interesting and fun because you can set up preconditions. You stand on a spot where there's a lot of energy and just train there and everything's easier and funner. And oddly enough, what breeds success in this is the level of spiritual fulfillment you get out of doing it. If it's really enjoyable, you feel spiritually nurtured and you're enjoying what you're doing, you'll do a lot of it. And then the spirit sense get active and develop. And there's something about understanding, analytically breaking down what you're doing, getting a result, where the intellect gets nourished, but more importantly, the intellect says, yes, this makes sense, you're allowed to do it. If you don't get intellectual approval of sensibility, you're blocked. So this process of analysis allows you to move forward and develop without unconscious resistance to what you're doing. Okay, so object from the next exercise, have a look where the power comes from. Are you using mass or aren't you using mass? And if you are using mass, how far are you extending the mental body and the awareness for the energy to move? And be sensitive to those conditions and then expand that analysis to move outwards. Okay, thank you.